Okay, what to do if you have a bit of a jelly belly, as I do, okay? You are not defined by your size. You are not your dress size. You are not what the scale says. That is just what you wear. When it comes to our bodies, yes, we need to be strong. We need to be confident. We need to be fit and well to live well and live long. We have a lot of love to give and a lot of life to live. So don't sacrifice your life at the altar of man because of this or because of this, okay? I have shown my belly on camera many times. Maybe yours is smaller and flat and iron board. Maybe yours is bigger and just as jelly belly as mine. It doesn't matter. We've got to stop this comparison game. We've got to stop sacrificing real life because of what people might think about our butt or our upper arms or our butt. Think about it. You literally stop living. You stop living because of what a stranger might think about that. You won't get into a bikini or a swimsuit on the beach. Oh no, because hey, come on now. That's just not okay. What's going to happen if you're on the beach and you drop your coverall and you're in your swimsuit and you walk down to the water to go and play with your kids or your grandkids or with your husband? What do you think is going to happen as you drop that and you walk down? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Nothing. Because the kids over there carry on playing, that couple over there carries on tanning, that family over there is having their lunch. They don't care about your body as much as you do. Nobody obsesses about your body as much as you do. And we've all done it. But it's time to draw a line in the sand on that beach in your hot bikini or your swimsuit. It's about shape. It's not about size. Yes, I am all for working out and being healthy. And listen, I had a real wake-up call in 2024. I had a convulsive seizure that really woke me the hell up. It was a painful but necessary reminder to get off the roller coaster that was my up and down yo-yo weight and my yo-yo health. I've always exercised, I've always been active, but let me tell you something. You can think that you're healthy, you can do all these things, you can drink the water, you can, but if you're not consistent, your body gets to a stage and an age. So I'm 52, almost 53, and it goes, nope, I'm done. I feel like my body broke up with me for a minute. That day, 26 October 2024, I'm grateful for that seizure. I'm grateful. And it was many years prior to that I decided I'm not going to criticize my body anymore. I'm done being my own biggest critic. I'm done with that. So what was this? Over a decade ago, I just got on my knees and I got with God. I'm like, help me please to stop being so critical of the woman in the mirror. What do I do? Doesn't matter if I'm teeny tiny or if I gain weight or I'm somewhere in the middle. I just don't seem happy with it. And of course, listen, I'm not undermining experiences like abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse. Sexual and physical abuse will make you hate your body. It will make you have to work to overcome that. I have had all kinds of abuse, physical, sexual, emotional, from a very, very young age. You have to work to overcome that. We're not going to get into that now, but if you need help, reach out. You're not alone. You are surrounded. Unfortunately, far more women than you would ever know have been molested at one point or another, raped, sexually abused, molested, taken advantage of in some way. Far more. There are women in your life that you don't even know have been molested. Maybe it's you, and it's your decision whether or not you get help for that. But let me tell you something. When you do, and you learn the tools to overcome that, and you go through that grief recovery, you can become friends with your body, with the woman in the mirror. You can start working with your body and not against her, with your hair and not against your hair. We have to be friends with the woman in the mirror. You have no business, my friend, leading or educating or motivating or inspiring other people, especially women, if you are your own biggest critic. I used to be years ago, and I felt like such a fraud. I'm like, how can I be all for them and all for when I am so hard on myself? It's not right. It's not authentic. It's not trustworthy. So about a decade ago, I started doing some serious work. And boy, has it been painful, but boy, has it been worthwhile and valuable and helpful. As leaders and as coaches, as consultants, or as anybody who's got influence over others, which you do, you have to learn to be for the woman in the mirror. And making the investment in yourself is the best investment you'll ever make. Okay, so back to our jelly belly, okay? What to do when you've got a bit of a jelly belly, which I do, okay? I have lost a bit of weight recently. For various reasons, I've just lost some weight. Now, also one of the main reasons is that I've decided to take my health seriously, and I've gone back to plant-based. You don't have to become a vegan. Vegan is not necessarily healthy, by the way. Oreo cookies are vegan. Coca-Cola is vegan. It's whole food, plant-based, which my body is now craving since I had that real wake-up call. And I'm telling you, if you're interested in that, then comment below and I will send you a link to my health coach and mentor, who is the best in the world, who's all about, for the last 4 decades, is all about making the whole world well. And make America healthy again. Maha, right? This is what you guys have got going on in the USA, which is awesome. Okay, so you need to understand your body shape. We're not going to do that in detail today, but there are 5 body shapes. And if you're interested in any of my programs, I have 2 programs. One is a very, very no-brainer membership, pay a small price per month, and you learn the body shapes and the closet call, how to not have a closet full of clothes and nothing to wear, how to take back control, what hangers to use, how to measure for storage, what storage baskets to use, you know, your accessories, your shoes, your jewelry, how do you organize these things? How do you organize your closet? Because this is such a big part of your day. It's such a big part of your life. This is very squeaky, but this is you in here. I want you to remember that, like when you get up and you dress up in the morning, think about it. You're naked here, okay? You're naked in this area. Whatever size space you have, this is your personal, very, very intimate area. So you want to make friends with it. You want to make peace in this area. You don't want this whole closet area to become a stress point. Stressing about dressing. What am I going to wear? I have no idea. Oh my gosh. Once again, you just knee-jerk back to your old t-shirt and your skinny jeans, or your yoga pants and that comfy hoodie, okay? No more of that. It's really in your hands. All you've got to do is learn. Style is just a skill. Your body shape is the God-given shape that you've been given, and you can work with it. So in my Dress to Connect program, don't dress for success, don't dress to impress. It's all about dress to connect, especially in this world today where we are surrounded by the gift of technology and AI and all kinds of things. Connection is still what it's about. For years and years and years and years, I've been teaching Dress to Connect, because when you wear something on the outside that reflects the woman on the inside, that's powerful. Fashion is a connector. When you understand that when you wear something that is eye-catching, it's conversation starting and relationship building. Fashion is a connector. It is a language all of its own, and anybody can speak it. The only difference between you and I, in terms of how I dress, and if you've been following and you like what you see and you're in this community, and maybe that's why you're watching this video, is I learned sooner. When I was 17, I had no job, no money, no car, no education, no home, no clue. But I knew one thing. I knew how to dress. And what I wore got me in the door. And the same can happen for you. It doesn't matter who you are, what age you are, what has happened behind you. What matters is where you are right now and where you want to go. The only thing standing between you and your frumpy, frustrated, overlooked status quo and a confident, bold, beautiful tomorrow is action. That's all. Just one simple thing is action. I just started sooner than you did. That's all. Because I had to learn something to be able to get a job and stay employed and make sure I had a roof over my head and make sure that I could take care of myself by myself in the world at a 17-year-old. And I did, by learning, okay, what are the successful women and men wearing? They all had that in common. There are some characteristics of a confident woman, and one of them is she dresses well. One of them is she understands, and this is not about being skinny, okay? We live in a world that celebrates the age 26 and the size 0. You don't have to be that or weigh that. The world celebrates and recruits and looks for confidence and excellence. Write that down. The world recruits and rewards confidence and excellence. And what is the easiest way to walk into a room and communicate confidence? Oh, what you're wearing. And of course, followed up by your body language and your facial expressions. You communicate, you say a whole lot without opening your mouth and saying a word when you wear what you should be wearing. Doesn't matter what your profession is, whether you are a business owner, whether you are retired or semi-retired, whether you've got 3 businesses, whether you're in corporate America, whether you're a nurse, an engineer, a teacher, it doesn't matter. You're a woman and you've been gifted the spirit of beauty with which to do life. Women have a spirit of beauty, a spirit of courage, a spirit of power, a spirit of adventure, but a spirit of beauty that is unique to you. Nobody has what you have. So it's time, my friend, that you stop the blame game and the comparison game. It's so you be you, okay? She be she and he be he and I be me. Don't compare yourself anymore. And I know it sounds easier said than done, But then how do you do that? Well, get in the game, okay? Get off the fence and get in the game and learn how. I can teach you how. I've spent my whole life comparing, hating myself, and I even hated my own name. My name's Linda. You know what it actually means in 3 different languages? I found this out in my 40s. It means beautiful. I didn't know that until my 40s. I hated my own name. I hated everything about my body. I hated my face. I hated my hair. Makes me sad if I think about just how much I hated myself for so long. Years and years ago, I'm like, I'm done with that. That is just wicked. That is just no way to live. And it produces a high level of anxiety, a high level of the fear of man, that the altar of the fear of man, the altar to man of scared of rejection and criticism and judgment. Guess what? People are going to judge you anyway. Whether you sit down on your couch and you do nothing, or you get up and you're that tall tree and you go and do something amazing, they're going to judge you. So you may as well do something amazing anyway, right? Live your life, man. Stop the surviving and get living, okay? You've been surviving. It's time for some living. And yes, I'm going to get to the jelly belly. I'm getting there. But you're watching this because you have body issues, because you are not getting up, dressing up, and putting your best foot forward out there. That's why you're watching this. And if you're not in school, that's our free community. The details are below, skool.com/LindaPaige. We talk about lashes and brows and hair. We talk about bootleg versus straight leg jeans. We talk about menopause and marriage and divorce. We talk about parenting, grandparenting. We talk about travel and international. It is a rising style sisterhood of the most amazing woman. You want to be in there. And if you already have your style down pat, if you're one of those bold, beautiful, confident women who walk in a door, into a room, and you turn heads and you're respected and admired as a woman of substance, a woman of strength, a woman of style, well, it's time to level up. How long have you been there? There's always more, right? There's always more. So let's get to the jelly belly. All right. If you have an understanding of your style, of your body shape, if you have that basic understanding, again, that's in my program, but if you're interested, comment below and somebody will send you a link. I will get back to you. I will send you some details. You need to flip the switch, okay? This is a very basic thing. You need to just flip the switch. So let's say that my tummy is an area that, look at that, okay? That I look a little bit pregnant, and that's okay. I love my tummy. I love my belly, okay? I would love to be pregnant. Yes, at the age of 52. I've always wanted number 3. But I love my tummy. So what do? We want to hide the tummy. Whereas instead, you want to highlight other bits, okay? Instead of hiding the part that you want to hide, you need to highlight your best bits. So my best bits, as I call them, are my shoulders and my legs. Everything else I kind of like to float over, okay? I've got like a bloaty belly, so I floaty over the bloaty, and I highlight the rest. So here I have a favorite style. I call it the BBB, the beautiful billowy blouse. I love off shoulder, one shoulder. Why? Because I like my shoulders. Okay, so all I'm doing, I've got this is Walmart, by the way, and these skinny jeans, which are so comfy, are forever new here in South Africa. And this is a local designer in South Africa called Michelle Ludick. Very, very smart, beautiful woman. And so, and that's how she became a designer, by the way. She started making stuff for herself after babies and things, where she covered her belly, and then her friends and family and other people are like, can you make one for me? And that's how she got into it. So all I'm going to do is 2 thumbs, okay? I'm going to French tuck. So you just French tuck in there, and you let it kind of fall, and you're using lines and angles. So now what I've done, okay? So I'll post some pictures as well. It's not a great angle, but I've got my skinny on my legs. I'm highlighting some of my best bits here, and I'm floating over my tummy. I can wear this with some of these hot pink shoes, okay? So I can put those on, very cute. Bling up with a lovely pair of little earrings. And here I am, comfortable, and it's a little bit fashionable, and it's practical. I can be hands-free. I can put a crossbody bag on, or grab my purse or my tote bag, put some shoes on, a dash of bold on the lips, and I'm good to go. It's not about hiding. When you take your focus from, of course, the outcome is we are hiding that it's not flat, but nobody's thinking, oh, I wonder what's under there. You're seeing that you are high. I'm seeing my shoulders, and it makes me feel confident. If I put very tight clothes onto my tummy, I don't feel so confident. I'll have to be putting it in all the time, and I know it's got time for that. Okay, so this is like what I basically call this my floaty skinny. My floaty over my bloaty and my skinny at the bottom. It's kind of like my signature style. I do that with whatever I wear, dresses or tops or blazers and pants. And can I have a flat tummy? Sure. Have I worked for it? No. Will I? I hope so, Linda. We can get there. So, and if you do have a beautiful flat tummy, let's say you've got that, and let's say you are the former pear, okay? I've renamed all the body shapes because, for goodness sake, how do you make an apple feel sexy? How do you make a pear feel sexy? So if you have what I call the full booty, and you've got a lot going over here, okay? And by the way, a full booty is very sexy. If you've got a full booty and you're very small on top, what do? You don't hide your booty at the bottom with more fabric. You highlight the top. So the typical hourglass is actually what we're after. Why? Because we want shape and balance and interest. A woman must have mystery and movement. You don't, even if you've got a beautiful little body, don't wear tight clothes all the time, because then it leaves nothing to the imagination. You want some movement, you want some mystery. And if you've got a good body, you better be dressing it up and showing it off, because you worked hard to maintain it. Let us see it. Be proud of your body. Don't you be dressing down because everybody else around you is. Don't you do that. Don't you be apologizing for your body or your beauty or your ambition. I've got good news for you. If you're worried about dressing up and you're worried about dimming her light, I have good news for you. You ain't that powerful, honey. Only he can dim her light. Only she can dim her light. You put yours on bright. You dial it up. This is your one shot at life. Your kids are watching you. Your grandkids are watching you. You need to get up, dress up, and put your best foot forward, lest you get to 78 and just think, what was I so worried about? Look at these pictures of me. That's what's going to happen to you. Look at these pictures. I was gorgeous. What was I so worried about? Come on now. The fear of man will keep you chained and bound. The fear of God, the creator of all the heavens and the earth and all life, will keep you free. The truth will set you free. And what is the truth? I teach my kids, when you're stuck or when something's going on, ask yourself one question, 4 words. What is the truth? And the truth is, you are beautiful. The truth is, you are called to arise and shine. The truth is that you have a body that has taken you through so much in life. And if you've been given a full booty over here, then what you do is you don't cover it up with lots of fabric. You wear what you want to wear here, and you just highlight the top. So that hourglass I was talking about, you want shoulders, some waist, and some hips and thighs. So that it just goes like that. It's movement. It's a beautiful woman. If you have a look at art and architecture and pictures and paintings from centuries ago, there was no skinny size 2 model that they were making a statue of. No, she was voluptuous. She had a tummy. She had a good old booty on her. She had lots going on, and she was beautiful. She was woman. So back to your shape. If you've got that booty full, so you've got this already, okay? You may as well, we've been given this at the bottom, okay? Now, instead of hiding all of that, you want your highlights. So what are you going to do? You're going to wear puffy sleeves or shoulder pads in your blazers. You're going to wear strong collars. You're going to just highlight the top so that it balances with the bottom. Can you see that? It's just actually very simple. I call it fashion math. I failed high school standard grade math, but I can do fashion math. Fashion math is all about using lines and angles to tell the eye where to go. And so when you wear something, if you're full here and you wear something that pops out over here, let's say you're wearing your LBD, your little black dress, and you've got a lot going on here, you just wear something with some zhuzh over here, with a high collar or with some detail or some interesting shoulder pads or on the shoulders or cuffs or billowy bell sleeves, whatever it is, because that does that. And if you've got a tummy going on, don't be scared to take your waist up, okay? You want to come up in your waist, come up under your boobs, and you want to try high-waisted pants, a pencil skirt that comes up here, nicely tucked in with something over here, okay? High-waisted jeans. If you don't have Spanx yet, go, what are you waiting for? Spanx, okay? Spanx.com, their black bootleg bestseller pants are probably the best pair of dress pants I've ever worn in my life, period. So Spanx is one of those beautiful high-waisted, it just puts your booty in where it needs to go, it puts everything where it needs to go, and my butt doesn't look in any other pair of pants like it does in Spanx. So this is all I'm doing today, and I'm casual, I'm comfortable, I'm going to put some earrings on, and then off I go. I've got some errands to run, I've got some work to do in my office, and I've got the school run, and then I'm going to wrap up this afternoon. It's a Friday, and I'm going to relax. And if it's really, really hot out there, this is very cool, okay? There's lots of fabric, but it's very thin. It's got a lot of air flowing through it, and I'm comfortable. So you don't have to choose between comfortable and fashionable. They are not mutually exclusive. All you have to do is understand, A, what is my body shape? And what is it that I need to highlight versus that which I've been hiding? And B, what is my least kind of confident part of my body? Is it my butt? Is it your legs? Is it your thighs? Is it your tummy? Is it your boobs? What is it, okay? And if you're blessed in the chest like I am, I had a breast reduction in 2000, so a long time ago, and I'm still a 32E. You must go for a bra fitting. You have to go and do that. It's really, really important. You can have the most beautiful outfit on. The wrong bra is going to just pull it right down. It's going to drag it down. You need to go for bra fitting. Go to a lingerie or a swimwear store and ask them for some help with the fitting, and she will. And let her fit you. Okay, don't be all coy and be like, okay, we're women. Okay, there was a time when we, back in Israel, they used to, if you put women together in a community, their periods will even sync. It's just such a beautiful, God-given, symbiotic, community connected gift that we have between us, and we need to restore that bond between us. Women break women down because women have been hurt, and hurt people, but those days are gone. Okay, you have to just push the reset button somewhere. When you get up and you dress up and you see another woman and she looks beautiful, you be sure to compliment her. She probably will be shocked because well-dressed women don't typically compliment other well-dressed women. Maybe you do, and that's awesome, but we owe it to ourselves as women to compliment one another. And some women just haven't had a compliment for the longest time. You will actually be shocked at how tearful you might make someone just because you complimented her on what she's wearing. And the compliment carries more weight when you look good. Why? Because as a human species, we appreciate excellence. It's why you watch football. It's why you watch the Super Bowl. It's why we watch the Olympics. We appreciate excellence in motion. And when you get up, dress up, you are excellence in motion. And people respect that. It's wired in us. We are made in His image. He has a spirit of excellence, a spirit of power, a spirit of beauty. Think about that. That's in you. That's why when you say, well, this is me, take it or leave it. I'm just in my yoga pants and my t-shirt and take it or leave it. Honey, they're leaving it because they're looking for people who are excellent, when you dress sloppy, you're communicating that you work sloppy. That's what comes across. Doesn't mean you can't have a dress down day sometimes. You have to have a rest day every week. It's really important. But when you dress well, let's go back. If you are dressing down, if you've been convinced or you've convinced yourself that you don't need to dress up, you're actually going against your own nature. Yes, you are, because you are designed to shine. The mountain does what it's designed to do. It's majestic and powerful, and there. The jaguar, the leopard, does what it's supposed to do in its stealth and its beauty and its prowess. The ocean does what it's designed to do. What about you? Are you doing what you were designed to do? Or are you dressing down and blending into the background and making excuses for the life you're supposed to be living? Making excuses. You're probably burnt out, stressed out. You're probably juggling this never-ending to-do list, taking such good care of everybody else except yourself that you've lost yourself somewhere along the way. You've got a closet full of clothes, yet nothing to wear. You are frustrated, feeling frumpy. You're gaining weight, losing confidence. You might be a 9 or a 10 out of 10 in your business environment, your work area, because why? You've invested the time, the money, and the effort to learn those skills. But outside of that, in the personal environment, in your personal life, in your personal style, you might be a 4 or 5 out of 10. And that's no good. That's just surviving. That's not thriving. That's surviving. That's not living. You've made excuses for why you're dressing down. Think about it. You've made excuses for why you're dressing down, for why you can't dress up, for why you shouldn't dress up. You've let other people put you under peer pressure to dress down at church. I've had a lot of experience at church going like, wow, Linda, this is not a fashion show, it's just church, And anyway, that's another story for another time. It's a great training ground. Church is awesome training ground. There are good people to be found at church, and there are schmucks to be found at church, just like in any community. But you need to put a stop to the excuses that you've had for so long. Dressing down, blending into the background, wishing, longing. You know what you want in your heart. You know the life that you want to live. And yet, you continue not to. How much longer do you think you have, my friend? Until you're 67 and you go, oh my gosh, I wonder if it's too late. And by the way, 67 is not too late. How much time do you think that you have to make the decision to, I'm going to get off the fence? Because the fence is the devil's playground. The fence is laced with indecision and fear and doubt and procrastination and perfectionism. You want to learn how to eliminate the perfectionist in you? I can help you. I can help you like that. The same day it'll change. Perfectionism is rooted in fear. Why? Because perfectionists are scared of making a mistake. That's why they won't take action. That's why they are friends. Perfectionism is best buddies with procrastination, because they won't take action until it's absolutely perfect. They're scared of making a mistake. They have a fear of failure. Meanwhile, failure is essential for success. Making mistakes is essential for being confident. You don't make mistakes, you're not going to be confident ever. You want to know how it feels to walk into a room and be confident in your skin, feel good and look good, and not just all of that, but actually send out this magnetic kind of approachable vibe, this magnetism that exudes from the inside out. You've got to do some work on yourself. You've got to give before you get. You've got to sow before you reap. So all of the shortcutting and shopping and buying clothes and having a closet full and you don't wear them and they hang there with the price tag on, come on now, those days are over. It's time to learn. You are worthy. It's time to make friends with the woman in the mirror. It's time for you to get up, dress up, and walk out your front door knowing that you nailed it every single time. It's time to go for that business launch that you've been putting off all these years. It's time for you to write that book, to get onto stage. It's time for you to get on camera, be that coach, get into consulting. It's time for you to learn just how powerful and simple style can be. It's time for you to learn the power of personal style, my friend. So if this helped you today, this little thing, my program, Dress to Connect, is all about that. And if you are one of those women who wants to go all in, and I mean from the fence to like, Linda, I want to skip the entry level step at Dress to Connect and I want to work with you one-on-one, then the link is in the description as well. I work with women one-on-one in my executive coaching program, and it's called, wait for it, Dauntless, because that's what we are. That's what you are. You have a dauntless spirit inside of you that is waiting for adventure, that is waiting to get up and do something with your life. Those dreams that are inside of you that make you cry sometimes, that make your heart skip a beat when you think, I haven't done it yet. Those dreams, those wishes that are quietly just, they're there, they're dormant, but they're quieter and they're lower. It is time to bring them back up. It's time to arise and shine. Book a call with me. It's an exploratory chat. We may or we may not work together. I'll be able to tell in the first few minutes if it's going to happen or not. And I want to ask you questions. You get to ask me questions and we see, hey, is there common ground enough between us for us to work together? You get me for 3 months. You get a mentor on tap. As a confidence coach and as a stylist, I will help you to understand the power of personal style. You don't have to break the bank to look good. You do not have to wear designer outfits. I am not a designer shopper. Got nothing against the Yves Saint Laurents and the Chanel's out there. It's just not my style, and I do not spend that kind of money on my clothing. I don't. So book a call if you want to have an exploratory chat and let's see. But don't waste my time, because I won't waste yours. I value your time. I appreciate that you value mine. A confident woman is decisive. You want to be confident? Take a decision. Get off the fence. Get in the game today. Book a call and let's have a chat. Other than that, if you've got that jelly belly that I do, try that, okay? Highlight your legs if you like your legs and your shoulders, and try the floaty skinny style that I've got going, because you just tuck it in, you make sure that everything is wet. You can play around with this, you can bring it, you can tuck it in all around, you can put it at angles, you can have a lot of fun with it. These are easy to wear for most of the year round, okay, of course, except winter, but spring, summer, autumn, if you're inside, you can put also a beautiful scarf around you. I've often done this with a little bit of shoulder showing and put a chunky scarf on. I've got this, I've got my boots, and then I come in, I take my jacket off, and you see a little bit of femininity, you see a little bit of the woman that is you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. You are not seeing this by mistake. You haven't caught this video by coincidence. You know you've been praying. You know that you've been wishing and thinking. Prayer is powerful, but prayer without action is dead. Faith without action is dead, and you know that. If you want to know if God cares about what you wear, I've got a whole faith in fashion chapter in my program, and you'd be so welcome to it. If you've been trained, or if you think that beauty is only on the inside, my friend, that's why you feel frustrated, because that's not the truth, and the truth will set you free. I'll see you on the other side.